Hello everyone, my name is Ismail and I'm going to talk about this topic, can computers think? So before we go any further, we need to ask ourselves, what is thinking? I got this definition from this ResearchGate article, and it says, I'll quote, thinking is a conscious cognitive process involving analysis, synthesis, problem solving, decision making, and critical evaluation, allowing individuals to manipulate mental representation. So then we ask ourselves, what is a computer? I got this definition from Geeks for Geeks article, and it says a computer is an electronic device that processes data according to instructions. It basically takes the input, processes that input or the data, then it stores that data for future use, then it produces the outcome, which is the information. Then I have I have been looking at various discussions basing on this topic, but there is one thing that is maybe that is not thought of very well. It is the difference between thoughts and intelligence, because some people could think that something that is producing an outcome, an accurate outcome, that thing is thinking. Basically, that thing could be intelligent rather than being thinking. So thoughts, we have, these are the characteristics of thoughts. The first one is randomness. You may not know the outcome of a thought, and someone made the outcome may be obvious, but then someone may randomly say, no, I'm going to give out this answer. Another one is consciousness or and intention. Like someone should be knowing. Consciousness is the ability of feeling yourself, knowing that I am Ismail, and someone knows that I am Moses, like that. So with thoughts, you have to feel yourself, and then you must know what is within the surroundings and what you intend to do. Like, for example, someone may ask me what is 1 plus 1. I have to sit down and think what is around me, what I have seen, a lot of like that. Then the other characteristic is it is flexible and creativity. For thoughts, they are a little bit flexible. In other words, it is not static, that the outcome is direct or is known. Then it is prone to errors. Then for thoughts, someone may look at what he has, then he produces some answer which is not correct. Then we need to also look at what intelligence is. Intelligence has three main core characteristics, and one is learning. That person must be able to learn, or that thing must be able to learn new ideas. Then the other thing is to remember, what you learned. Then the accuracy. If if I learned 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, am I able to remember accurately that 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, or the log of this is this? So the accuracy in how the results come out is what also determines the intelligence. So when I was looking at this topic, I realized that some people could confuse the two, and they look at computers, since that computers are producing accurate accurate data, or since that since that computers are doing what almost people are doing, they think that computers are thinking. Rather, I would say that they are intelligent. Then let's look at strong AI and weak AI. For strong AI, it has consciousness, flexibility, and autonomy. We've seen that in thoughts and intelligence. So for strong AI, it has autonomy, like as in it is capable of reasoning and making independent decisions, while weak AI, it lacks consciousness, and it performs it it does according to to the area it has been trained. Then for the autonomy, it relies on human training. It relies on human training. Then let's compare computers and humans in this draft game. I think most of us would have played this game, and we see how a human thinks versus how a computer does its work. So when I'm playing this game, I know I'm playing draft. Whereas a computer, for it is just running instructions, like changing the picture, um, changing the picture of this person, putting another one, running random bits inside the memory. But for it, it doesn't actually know that this is what this game called draft. This is a person. This is like that. Basically, for it, it knows zeros and ones. That's what it is running, just running instructions in the memory. Then when I'm playing this game, I have the intention. I'll be looking at winning this game. Then, but as for the computer, it is just running the instructions that are in the memory, maybe doing some algorithm that will produce a certain outcome. Then for a human, moves are random, and for the computer, the moves can be predictable, or they can be you can know what the computer is going to play next. I remember when you reversed and played back, it would play the same move. However, with these advanced AI models, it could do something a little bit different, but it doesn't mean that it has thought of what it is doing. Then, so um, as I was about the issue of randomness, um, I realized that like, for example, when when we are given like tests or work to do, the professor will tell you don't use AI, because if you use AI, I'm going to find out, because the AI, the results of AI can be known. They can be mathematically calculated. That's why you can know that this is AI, this is human. But as for a human, the thoughts are random. I may have different thoughts, different from another person. Then my final take isn't so much different from John Searle did, or what he said in the Chinese room experiment. Basically, what he said is if you put um, if you put if you get like a Chinese text, and you send them into a room with uh, with someone inside that room having a book containing the instructions of how to translate Chinese, that person can be able to translate that text. Not that this person knows, but because he is following the instructions. That is exactly what computers are doing actually. When you give them the data, through they look through the the data they have, and they'll give you results. And I'll also talk about what Turing said in his article of computing machinery and intelligence. Actually, he is the same person who posed this argument of can computers think. In the same article, he said something. The idea of digital computers that they are intended to carry out certain instructions, just like how the computers were invented. They were invented to replace human computers who used to do the calculations manually. Like so, computers were invented to help these human computers to do that work. So he said, um, these people used to follow certain rules. If they were given to an instruction to carry out a certain calculation, like maybe log of 30, this person will calculate that that this person will perform that calculation according to certain rules. That is the basic principle of computers. That's how they'll do. Actually, if you tell a computer to tell a lie, it will tell a lie. A computer may not have that ability to perform its own decisions, just like humans do. Then, so a final conclusion about this topic, if computers can think or not, it depends on what how you describe thinking. If you say thinking is all about manipulation of data and problem solving alone, then we can say, yeah, computers do what? Can think. But if it involves consciousness and intention, the current computers that we have of 2025 currently, they do not think. And for if the future computers will think or not, that will depend on the future. Of course, we do not know what the future holds. That's all for my presentation. Thank you so much.